Welcome back for another video of pedicuring at the Pedi Lab with me, Nellie Neal. You can find me on Instagram at GetNailedByNellie. That's Nellie. In this video, I am detailing the entire process of a pedicure on a male client of mine. What you just saw is the installation of the Cuticle pedicure chair's jet liner. And the jet liner is comprised of a liner and a tube that runs through the bottom of it that connects to an air compressor. That air compressor is what creates the bubbles to create a soothing experience for your guest. And the wonderful thing about this tub is at the end of the service, the liner and the tube are both disposed of, creating a single-use experience for your client and a safe service for the next client after them. Here at the lab, my guest safety is my top priority, and one of the precautions that I take for them is autoclaving, steam sterilizing all of my tools. And here you're going to see me taking them out of the autoclave pouches. One of the ways that you can tell that tools have actually been autoclaved is there is an indicator on them that will turn dark gray or brown when it has been autoclaved. You can also see that the bags are quite crinkled. A lot of salons will pretend that they're autoclaving their tools by using these bags, but it is important to check to make sure that the indicator has changed colors. The products in the dishes pictured here are from the LCN USA Spa collection. We have the Muru Muru Butter Chapped Skin Balm, White Tea Massage Cream, and the Himalayan Salt Scrub. Before using a salt or sugar scrub, it is extremely important to note whether your guest is diabetic or not. If your guest is diabetic or potentially geriatric with thinner skin, I would recommend using the exfoliating cream from the LCN Urea collection. We're going to start out this pedicure using the sidewall ingrown nipper. And by using this to trim out the corners first, it's going to make it a lot easier for me to trim these toes with my toenail clipper. It is also going to relieve any pressure caused on the sidewalls by the nail plate. All of the tools that you'll see being used in this video are available from multiple distributors and can be purchased as the Nellie kit or the Nellie Neal Signature Collection. These are all made by Germanikure tools, and they are sustainably sourced and handcrafted and hand-filed to perfection by adult artisans in Germany. Believe it or not, this nail clipper is actually a very rare find. I have spent many years of my career searching for the perfect toenail clipper, and I'm not gonna lie, it's taken me a long time, but this one is perfection. It is solid stainless steel, so it's not gonna rust like a lot of the chromed ones that you're gonna find at the normal beauty supply stores. It's also extremely sharp, so it makes the clipping of the nail much easier. I like to go back with little clips back and forth to relieve any torque on the nail that could cause cracking of the nail. The Nellie Neal Signature Collection of tools is comprised of 9 different tools that I have found to be absolutely necessary when perfectly pedicuring the toes. And you're going to see them all detailed in this video here, including the Get Nailed by Nellie glass pedicure file. And something that's not included in the kit that you're going to see in this video is the stainless steel angel feet file and the angel nail file. You'll see that I really took my time with trimming those toenails, and part of that is I want every part of the pedicure to be extremely comfortable for my guest. We don't want to do anything super aggressive, so take your time and take it slow. Make them perfect. In the next step of the pedicure, you're going to want to apply a cuticle softener, and I chose to use the LCN USA cuticle softener. By applying that to the nail plate and massaging it in, It's allowing all of that keratinized tissue to soften up so I can go in with my curette here. You'll notice with the proper tools and the proper products, this task is made much easier. You can see all of that debris just loosening up and coming right off the nail plate. This is going to create for a much more perfect finish for when you go to apply polish if you are working on a guest that desired that. Again, take your time with these steps. This should feel like a little massage to your guest. We don't want to be aggressively pushing or shoving that keratinized proximal nail fold back. I'm not gonna lie, I have almost just as much fun watching this detailing in a video as I do doing it in person on my guests. That's just so satisfying, seeing all of that dead tissue get released from the nail plate. In this next step, you're gonna see me shaping the nail with the angel file. And this is a nail file designed with the same texture as the foot file, just in a much smaller, gentler pattern. This, I would say, is about a 180 grit nail file if I had to compare it. And this file's great for taking down a little bit of length quickly. And then I finish file using the glass file from the Nellie Neal signature series from Germanikure. What I've loved about adding these two new files into my services over the last few weeks is that not only is it reducing my cost per service, but it's reducing the amount of waste that I throw into a landfill. Prior to this, I used regular emery boards, which, are single use. So they go right into the trash afterwards. And yeah, they're very costly. And it's just one step that I'm extremely happy to have gotten rid of. The other benefit to switching over my nail files from emery boards to stainless steel and glass is that it gets rid of that possibility of cutting your guest by not dolling the edges of your file correctly. That's always been a thing that I've noticed when I go into salons to get my nails done. Not every nail tech dolls the edges of their files well enough to not cut a guest. And when you're working on compromised individuals or individuals that have diabetes or other immune compromised conditions, it's extremely important to be very gentle and to reduce any risk of cutting your guest and creating an opening for infection to get them. In this step of the pedicure, we're going to get rid of all of the dead tissue surrounding the nail plate. This is the nipper that is included in the Nellie Neal signature series from Germanicure. It is important to note during this step of the pedicure also if your guest is diabetic or immune compromised. If they are, you would not want to proceed with a nipper. This guest is not, so I'm going to demonstrate how well this nipper works here. This nipper is extremely sharp and precise. That's one of the benefits of this being hand filed and hand sharpened by adult artisans. It ensures that as much love was put into this piece as was put into the piece they made before it, and all of the pieces that they are going to make in the future for us. After I finish detailing all of the cuticles and the keratinized proximal nail fold, I like to apply a cuticle oil. And the one I used here is from LCN USA. And then you're gonna see me using my LCN USA Premium ProTech electric file with a diamond bit from Erica's ATA. This bit is wonderful for polishing the skin. You wouldn't use this bit on the nail plate because it is rounded and you wouldn't want to create any grooves, but for polishing all of the dead skin around the nail plate and ensuring that everything is smooth, there's no catches, this bit is amazing. I also like to finish with the ball bit here, which is another diamond bit from Erica's ATA. This is also extremely effective in polishing any dead skin around the nail plate. A good e-file is extremely important for what we do as pedicures, and this one from LCN I just love. I know that it's a little hard to see right now because of that LED light, but in person when you're using that LED light, it allows you to get a flawless finish because you can see exactly what you're working on. Moving on to the next foot, you're gonna see me do a lot of the same detailing and shaping of the nails, but I'm gonna add in a few techniques using the electric file. So I'm gonna do both feet just a little bit different so you can see both of my techniques. Here, we're using the ingrown nail sidewall trimmer from the Nellie Neal signature series from Germanikure once again. And this tool is relieving any pressure in the sidewalls and making it much easier to trim the nail when I go in with my clipper. Take note once again of the gentle back and forth motion I create using the clipper. I like to do that because I don't want to create torque on the nail plate, causing it to crack. Sometimes when you go in right at the center and apply too much force, you're going to crack the nail plate. So going back and forth gently is a much better approach. Sometimes you'll want to go back in with the sidewall nipper to create that perfect shape for the nail. We have once again applied our cuticle softening agent, and I chose to use the LCN USA cuticle softener. And as I mentioned, we're going to do this process a little bit different on this foot. So we've applied our softener. We're going to let it sit and take effect as we shape the nail plate with our angel nail file. One of the things that you'll notice when using this file is how easy it is to get into the sidewalls with this and shape the nail, making sure there's no spicula. This file is so thin, it's almost non-existent, but it still has so much strength behind it. Here's a fun fact that I always enjoy sharing with people. Tony, the creator of the Angel Foot file and the Angel Nail file, actually works on the stainless steel for NASA and NASCAR as well. It is all ISI certified, meaning it is the highest quality stainless steel available in the USA. Right here, you're seeing me use the double-sided spoon from the Nellie Neal signature series from Germanikure. This spoon is incredible for cleaning out any hard-to-reach areas in the sidewalls and under the nail plate in the corners. I spoke about doing this foot a little bit differently, and this is where you're going to see this. This is a normal step that I take in all of my pedicures. This is a diamond bit in my premium ProTech electric file, and I use this bit to free any of that dead tissue from the nail plate. This bit is the unicorn bit from Erica's ATA. This bit is also very good for cleaning out the sidewalls and making sure that there's no excess dead tissue stuck to the nail plate. It's also a really nice bit for gently freeing that keratinized proximal nail fold from the nail plate to allow you to do precision detailing. After you've finished with the unicorn bit, you can go in with the Erica's ATA droplet bit, and you'll see that I'm using this just to gently push back some more of that dead skin to make the cleanup much easier later. But I'm also using it to polish the skin around the nail plate. At this point in the pedicure, the feet have already both been soaked in the water, and I have completed all of the detailing of the calluses using my angel feet foot file. I'm going back through now with my curette, and I'm just doing a final detailing of any extra dead tissue that may have been left behind and loosened while using part of the Urea Collection's soak spray. So we're just doing a quick little detailing process here, making sure that they're all nice and clean before we buff the nails to perfection and give them an extremely high shine that will last until they come back for their next pedicure and longer. What you're seeing here is the application of an antiseptic solution called Codan spray from LCN USA. I'm using this spray to cleanse any oils off the nail plate and the skin before I continue the buffing process. It also allows me to see any spots that need some final detailing. We're going to continue on with the finish filing using a glass nail file from the Nellie Neal Signature Collection by Germanikure. This glass file is awesome because it's going to smooth the edge of the nail, but also it is going to prevent it from splitting and peeling by sealing the edges. Here you're going to see me using the small ball bit from Erica's ATA. This ball bit is great for doing any finish detailing of dead skin out of the corners of the sidewalls and any little spots around the nail plate that need a little extra detailing. This is a two-sided buffer block, and I have sped this up just a little bit. I figured you didn't need to see this part in real time. First, we're going in with the gray side of the buffer block, and we're smoothing out any ridges in the nail. And then we're gonna go through with the white side of the block to produce a extremely high shine. After you've produced a really high shine, you can then add a little bit of cuticle oil to the nail plate and continue on with the white part of the block just to give it that really, really high shine and give it a perfect finish that's gonna last for many, many weeks to come. I'd like to take this moment to thank you all so much for joining me for another how-to video at the Pedi Lab with me, Nellie Neal. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at GetNailedByNellie, Nellie. And if you are needing any new tools, contact CJ Murray from cjscenterforbeauty.com. That's CJSCENTRE for beauty.com. Code Nellie will get you free shipping. Happy shopping!